Hello everybody, it's VerticalSandwich. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. This is post-commentary, and we're cleaning stuff up in the gold saucer. So, we got a lot of money, so we're going to buy a gold ticket. So we never have to buy another ticket. Ooh, I hiccuped, sorry. Hopefully it'll stop. Yeah, we can easily pay the 13,000, or 30,000. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to earn a lot of BP, or GP, because, we're going to need it for Battle Square and some other stuff. So, I'll show you there are only really 3 things you can do to earn any GP. So, and all of them are in Wonder Square. At least at this point. Later, there will be better ways. So, 3D Battler is one of them. Now, 3D Battler responds with whatever you do, it just responds by randomly deciding whether or not you win or lost and then acts appropriately. So, you can just hit the same button over and over. It's a random chance. Now, I'm going to show you my best run out of many. If you get past the first opponent, you get... Well, if you lose to the first opponent, you get nothing. If you lose to the second opponent, you get nothing. If you lose to the third opponent, you get 3 GP. If you lose to the fourth opponent, you get 30 GP. It's a pretty good amount. And if you make it past the fourth opponent, a weird thing that I couldn't show happens. I couldn't make happen. Maybe we'll try it later. And you'll get 300, but we couldn't get that done. So, like I said, I'm actually still playing where I'm just pushing random buttons and thinking it makes a difference, like we're playing rock, paper, scissors, but it doesn't. Later, I actually just spammed this game by just hitting the same button over and over and over. And still managed to get as far as I'd gotten on here, but the odds that you're going to throw a losing punch and get hit increase with enemies, and you can find tables of the odds of beating each enemy. You got like a 50% chance of beating this guy. This guy, ugh. Jeez, I almost never beat this guy. But we do in this little run, so. This was reasonably early, too. Yeah, he's like, I'm pausing and debating what I'm going to do. Like, it's so ridiculous. So then the other, there are 2 other things you can do. You can play the bike game. And we end up playing it to get the speed source out of it. If you break 10,000 points, you'll get 10 GP. So if you can do that consistently, that's not a bad way to go. And then the basketball game, you can also you can get over 300 out of it if you're good. And I just can't get good at it. I don't know what it is. I played it forever, and I couldn't get 10 is the best I did, and I'll show it. And it's because I chickened out. I could have gotten 20, but so here we go. So this is the 4th guy and the last guy. And just watch him just beat the crap out of me. Two hits on him is the best I've ever done. I've done that twice. I did one where I never got a hit on him. I got to him and he just murdered me. So there you go. So, the basketball game, I'm going to talk about this a little early, because the bike game's going to be long, and we're just showing it to show the run. The basketball game, the way it works is you get 1 GP for every shot you make in a row, so for the first 10. And then in the last game, you want to keep trying and double your score. And then it'll take you, you can go through apparently like 4 different things where you're doubling your score until you get to the point where you can get, I think it stops you at 300. I don't know. I've never, like I said, I got to only once have I ever gotten to the point where it asked me if I wanted to do double time, and I said no, and then I show it, I make the 1 basket after that. So for me, spamming the 3D Battler is the best way to make GP. But like I said, later there'll be chocobo races that can, just ridiculous amounts of the stuff. So this is not bad. I mean, if you get the hang of this, you could very easily, turn this into a moneymaker. At least if you're trying to do early stuff in the game. Now, there's really this early in the game, there isn't really a great reason, aside from trying to earn points for for Speed Square. And I end up getting the umbrella out of Speed Square, which is the 5,000 point item. And the way I did that actually was I earned like 55 GP and saved my game and then just did it the 5 times that it took. And if I didn't get it, then it just reset. Like, that was far easier for me than, you know, trying to get... It took me 10 or 11 tries. I had to watch a video on YouTube of somebody doing it. We'll talk about that when we get to it. I think it's a reasonably impressive feat, I would say, as far as stuff I've done in the game. So far, anyway. So there we go. I mean, 10,000 is what you need. So we've already gotten that. And there we go. 11's our number. And that's fine. So there's our speed source. Again, our one-time only thing. So, the basketball game, yeah, it should be really easy. I just cannot get the timing of pushing the button down. I don't know what it is. And you'll see this. This is a ridiculous, like, me not paying attention run. And I didn't show, like, I cannot tell you how many times I played this game and missed the first shot. Or got 1 GP for getting 1 shot. Or 2. Like, very rarely did I get 5 or 6. Like, and then this run by itself was just the standalone, like, I couldn't miss no matter what I did run. So, I'm showing that. And it'll explain what double time is when it asks you about it. I mean, it is kind of mean that it stopped you in the middle of the game. To be like, hey, do you want to change the game? Because, like, a game like this, even in real life, something like this is something you need, you know, concentration for. Yeah, you go down to 1, so successfully double your GP, you want to try double chance. And you could say yes, and if I had said, or you could say, it, but like I said, no. If I had said yes, I think I would have made the next shot. Because I'll show you that I do make the next shot in the next game and then miss the one after that. So I could have had 20. Maybe 21. I don't know if it counts the... Or possibly 22. If it counts the 1 for the... So there's the one I miss. Alright. Now, out of the speed square, there, I got... When you get over 3,000, you get a prize. But it's something like this. This one we get Super Sweeper, which is like a useless item. I got 1/35 of a soldier from it a couple times, but those are the only 2 things I got. And so here's the 5,000 point run, and I'll talk a little bit about it as we're doing it, because there are some really important aspects of it that, like, things that I didn't really notice until I watched somebody else do it. And one thing where I just don't understand what happened, and I'm incredibly lucky. So, first off, you'll notice a difference in my strategy because I learned that the only way to really do this is very short bursts at high power. So you'll see when I start shooting that it's tapping the button, literally tapping. Because that's the only way to beat that stupid UFO, and you need that 1,000 points. I mean, is a score of 6,000 possible? Sure, probably, but... Not by me, not right now, so. I barely make 5,000. I mean, and this is the way you want to shoot. So, now you'll see a giant 200-point boulder pop up. I have no idea what that was. Like, I don't know where it came from. There it is. It was sitting up there. And, like, I didn't even know it was a target. And that 200 points is the difference between me making it and not. So it was very fortunate. Now, also, there's going to be a steamboat coming up. You can shoot the propeller. And you'll see it gives you, like, a weird amount, depending on how long you shoot it. Now, I don't understand, like, the whole icicle section of this. I don't know what you can shoot and what you can't. I just shot kind of randomly at things that look like things you could shoot. But getting these sparkly things is pretty important. I mean, there's 70 points. I think we got 3 of them or 4 of them, so that was key. Now, these balloons, I've gotten all of them. You can get all of them. I think I might get all of them in this one. Yeah, I think I did. And so, like, now you really need to be, after the ship, you really need to be at a little under 4,800. Because you can get 200 points at the end in a way that you would not have imagined. But we also really lucked out with these flying red things. Because I get like 2 of them, which I just think is amazing. So yeah, 3,800 at the UFO is pretty much guaranteed to get 5,000. I mean, you've got to beat the UFO. But. So there we go. We've got it. And the reason is, I mean, I think no, we don't, because, like, you can get a couple points from these guys. But what you want to do is shoot all the way down to the right as you're pulling into this dock, and you'll hit a headlight or a light. And that gives you 200. Like, that's the thing that put me over the top. Like, figuring that out. So, that's our 5,000 point run. So, now we'll get the umbrella, which is awesome because later if you do a 5,000 point run, you'll get a different prize. And we'll probably be doing that, but this one was important. I didn't even know what the umbrella was when I did this. I was like, oh. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, because like I try to equip it as an accessory. I'm like, oh, it's an accessory for a girl. And you'll see I have the champion belt there. We're going to go through getting that in the next video. I did skip ahead for this. So it's a weapon. It's a weapon for Ares. And it's actually a really powerful weapon with no slots. Look at that. So when we come back, what we're going to do is all that GP we earned up, we're going to go to the battle square because we've got stuff to get out of there. And that's where we're going to get the champion belt. We're going to do that. So we'll go through the dynamics of the battle square, show some interesting runs or whatever, interesting things happening. And then we will be continuing on with the game. So you guys, thanks for watching and take care. Bye, everybody.